Well, it'll probably be more than a minute because, like I said, I told you when I started this, I didn't know if this was going to be just today's message or if this was going to be the introduction to a series, but obviously I'm not going to get through my notes today. So, no, it's okay. But what I want you to understand, that's not the whole story. Okay? That's just one example. And don't get a second CD and keep recording because I could talk, for another hour. You just stop whenever it needs to stop. You stop your time. But this is certainly just the introduction to the whole point of the message. We're not going to be able to get to the bottom line of what we're talking about today. But so I'll just give you the real short version. Proverbs chapter 14. We'll go away. And we'll continue on what she started today. We'll continue on it next week. Proverbs 14. Listen to verse 15. The naive, I have a New American Standard. King James says the simple. My New American Standard says the naive believes everything. Naive believes everything. I looked that word up in Hebrew, and it's really the word pethi. The pethi believes everything, and here's literally what it means. Somebody who's silly, foolish, naive, simple, they just believe everything they hear. Okay? Don't take this wrong, people. When you get bad reports about your finances, oh, you've got this much income and this much debt, so therefore this is what's going to happen. If you believe that, and you start reacting in accordance with that, and then you start calling other people and getting them, well, I'm not asking them to agree. You're missing the whole point. You're telling them information that they're getting information, and then their reaction, their beliefs are like, you're in agreement. Being in agreement doesn't mean that you have to get somebody and go, okay, agree with me. No, the point is, if she hears something and I hear something and we have the same beliefs, guess what? We're in agreement.
Amen.
So when you call people and tell them, I just got all this bad news, they don't even have to say, well, I'll be in agreement with you. When they're listening to you, they're taking it in. Guess what? They're agreeing with you about the facts and how it's probably going to be. Okay? A simple person, a naive person, believes everything. But a prudent man considers his steps, considers where he's going, considers where this could lead. A prudent person, somebody who's taking this stuff seriously, is very different than somebody who just believes everything. So, I don't know who I'm talking to. Whoever's watching this video, quit believing everything. Every time you go to the doctor and all they do is give you bad news, quit believing everything.
Amen.
I'm not saying they're liars. I'm not saying they're bad doctors. I'm saying all they're giving you is facts.
Right.
And there's something much bigger than facts.
Amen.
Amen.
It's truth. There is facts and there is truth. And we're going to get into more of this next week. Okay? Y'all know what? G-I-G-O, ego, garbage in, garbage out. And we'll get into this in more detail next week. Y'all are little computer brains. Garbage in, from your doctors, from the news, from the weather. Garbage in, garbage out. Be careful. Don't believe everything. Don't sit there and go, okay, I've got to listen to the news, and here's parenthetical because I believe everything. I've got to stare at the weather because I believe everything. I've got to get all these financial reports and doctor reports because I believe everything. What you ought to believe is, what does say the word of the Lord?
Amen.
That's what I believe. I don't care what the news says. I don't care what the radar shows. I don't care what the doctor reports are. I believe this.
Amen.
I guess we'll have to get into that next week.
Amen.
Okay?
Hallelujah.